what were you expecting when you had first did the talk?
Oh, well, I was very nervous because it was my first talk and it was in another country with people that I didn't knew. It was an experience like I wish every developer had because it's opening your eyes and you can see so many things, but it was scary at the same time. Like I didn't expect that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, but you did it, and you did it like a champ too. You kicked butt up there, I tell you what. You,
Thank you.
like you were like fully composed, and like I could you like you looked really prepared, and that was great.
Yeah, I think preparation is the key.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been coding for?
I began coding when I was 18, but that wasn't very serious and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Like I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a backend developer or a front-end developer. To be honest, I didn't even know the differences between this kind of developers. And yeah, I didn't know a lot of things, but as I was in the university, we did like several different languages like Java, PHP, and then just a little bit of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then it was time to make my first internship. And while I was doing my internship, I thought that I like more building web pages and like looking on the design of stuff. So I wasn't that much into architectural things. So that's why I'm not into Java and PHP and this kind of things. But I think that I prefer like the front-end developer world. So when I was like 22 or 23, I got my first job about front-end development. And from since then, I really like it.
Um and I'm sorry, how long was that? Like how long?
I think it's been now for 2 or 3 years that I'm working professionally.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
25. Oh wow. Wow, you're older than me. Don't look it. Oh my gosh.
What?
You don't look like you're 25.
Oh yeah, but I am. I know
You
it's
are.
because I don't wear makeup, I guess. So I look like a child. I look like I'm 18, but no.
Yeah. That's good though. That's a good thing. Um, so I was just wondering, I'm not following anybody on this account because but I was just wondering like what um what made you like want to get into web development or programming, I should say.
Um, First, it was like building stuff. Like you see something, and I guess you're curious on how this thing is working. And I actually started with engineering. Like I've graduated from an engineering university, and as an engineer, the first thing that our professor tried to taught us to teach us was how to think and how we can solve a problem. So I think that's how I started. I wanted to solve problems in my way and not take something else from somebody else. So the more I was looking into stuff, the more curious I was, and I was trying to build my own little things. At first, I have to admit that I wasn't very good, but I'm always trying and I always push myself to do like nice things. So that's how I started.
That's neat. Do you have like a personal like website?
Yes, it is my first name and last name. My first name is kind of difficult, so it is Eleftheria Batsou.
Can you say your first name for me like just like not slow but like slower?
It's like on Instagram. Can you check my Instagram again?
I'm gonna
Like,
go there.
because it's the same thing if I'm not wrong.
I was trying to log into this account. Oh no, I wasn't. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay, that one. So if you take my name from here, thank you.
Yeah, I'm following you on my other w3Develops account. I was just trying to log into there, but I don't know the password for there. I'm logged in on my phone. Develops.org or org. But if I take your first name.
Yeah, and then it's .com.
Oh, really?
No, Eleftheria Batsou.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder, is Eleftheria.
Yeah, I know. Well, let me tell you a funny story. I know that my name is Eleftheria, and I know that it's very difficult to be pronunciated for people that are foreigners, like not from Greece.
Right.
And but my name here in Greece actually means freedom. So
so how do I say that? I want to say that. Eleftheria.
Yeah, you say it correctly.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is nice. I like this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's scrolling. How long did it take you to build this?
Sorry?
How long did it take you to build this?
It's a theme from Drupal. I didn't build it on my own.
That's okay.
Like,
That's a good website.
Yeah.
You know,
most people, I guess, uses WordPress, but I prefer Drupal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like. I'm using WordPress, but I would prefer not to use it if I can. Like I like code or at least like raw code as much as possible. You know.
Yeah.
But you said you use Drupal?
Yeah.
I've never actually worked with that.
When I was doing my first internship, I was working in an office that they were working with Drupal and of course WordPress and stuff like that. But I was more keen on learning Drupal because I think WordPress pretty much you can learn it everywhere. But for Drupal, there aren't a lot of like tutorials and stuff. So I thought it would be a good idea for me to learn there.
That's interesting. So you try to break out the box.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering though, like, can you explain to me, like, and everybody that's listening, like your roadmap? I'm actually gonna. Do you mind if I if I go live with this?
No, I don't mind.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're gonna go live on like stream, Twitch, or not stream. We're gonna go live on YouTube, Twitch, a whole bunch of stuff. I don't really know everything I have. I just know it's set up.
You do have like a lot of things. How can you manage all those things?
How?
Yeah, how?
I don't know. I quit my job and I just do this every day.
And how do you pay the bills if you quitted your job?
I saved up a lot of money beforehand.
Okay.
Oh, wow, this is neat. I like this. This is very nice.
Oh, thank you.
I gotta follow you on LinkedIn. I didn't know about this. You should put this website on is this on your Instagram?
No, it's not.
Yeah, you should definitely put this on your Instagram because you have all your socials right here. I think everybody would like love to follow you, dude. That would be so awesome.
Yeah, the truth is that I don't use Instagram that much. I mostly use Twitter and then YouTube, but not Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, you're right. I think I will do it soon, but yeah.
Oh, we gotta get you an SSL for this though. You know, if you go to Let's Encrypt, you can probably get it for free. Or actually, no, if you go to Cloudflare, and if you host that, what are you hosting with?
Green Geeks or something like that.
Do you pay for hosting?
Yeah.
You don't have a backend for this, do you? There's like no database or anything, right? It's all static.
No.
Yeah, I would until you like. I'm just saying, me personally, like for my website, what I do for w3Develops and my website johndevops.com, what I like I hosted with GitHub Pages.
Yeah.
Have you ever used that GitHub Pages?
Yeah, I think I have used it before.
And then what you can do is you can.
So I thought that. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh no, I said what you can do is you can take your site on GitHub Pages and you can host it on Cloudflare. um or not host it on Cloudflare. You can host it on GitHub Pages, and then you can use like this the Cloudflare CDN, and it'll give you a like it'll give you like a SSO, not a legit SSO, but it'll give you like at least some form of protection with the SSO, and like until well you can get I think you can probably get an SSL right now. Like I have one, I can probably give it to you, but I gotta connect with you. So what's your roadmap though? Like what like could you walk me through like from like beginning to where you are right now? I think
Okay, yeah,
I'd
sure.
love to hear that. And I know I would.
Okay, most probably I won't remember everything, but I will try to remember them.
Yeah, that's okay.
Should I start?
You know what? Let's wait until this thing goes live. And,
Okay,
I'm gonna just copy your name over very quick. Let me
yeah.
learn how to spell this. By
Of
the end
course,
of it,
I know it's difficult.
no, by the end of it, it's gonna be I'm gonna be able to spell it. Um, but hey, I just want to say thank you for coming on because I know that you're a very busy person, and taking the time out to just share with me and everybody else. We just thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for the invitation. No worries.
Oh,
And
anytime.
are you planning on interviewing other people as well?
Yeah. I haven't been interviewing as I as much as I did when I first started, but that's because like I have this thing where it's like we do um and I
I'm
also have,
sorry, I can't hear you very well again.
oh I'm sorry we have this I have this thing, it's called cohorts, like build to learn groups, where like people come and they sign up at w3Develops, and like they build projects with us, like we all build projects together. And then I have
Yeah.
another I'm doing where we it's like a learning group where I'm teaching right now. I probably have like 83 people I'm about to start teaching like today, and the cohorts start today too. um
Oh, good luck with that.
yeah, so we have about 300 people, about 200 in the cohort, and then another 100 in the learning group, and it's gonna get hectic today. So I just want to get this done before anything. Like at 5 o'clock, I have to send the invites out, but like I had to get this done. Like this is very important to me.
Oh God, yeah.
Like me being able to sit down and talk with like a certified developer is something that too many people get a chance to do. And that's why I recorded and everything too, because I understand that the wisdom and knowledge that you're able to share with other people is pretty much like priceless. It's invaluable because there's people out there that haven't been in your shoes, in your situation, that will greatly benefit from being able to like just hear your story.
Yeah.
Serious. And I think it would just motivate people to just go harder and just keep on going harder, because that's why I do it, because I want to motivate people to just keep on keeping on and just keep on going until they get the job, until they build the projects, and until they're done and they have that job, and just not even until they're done, they just to keep on going. Like because you're like you're not even done, you just keep on going.
Yeah, of course. Like that's exactly what you just described is actually my motto. You always have to practice and you always have to try for your best, no matter what. Even if you have like one failure, that doesn't mean anything. Like if you have like multiple failures from jobs or internships or whatever, you should keep trying and you should keep pushing because I'm sure that great things are going to happen to all of us.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's the truth. As long, yeah, that's right. As long as we keep on going and just keep on staying focused, you know. And like Quincy Larson stage, it says just keep the momentum going. But we are ready. I would love to hear your roadmap, please. Eleftheria.
Yeah, okay. So I think I started like a little bit more serious when I was about 20 years. And back then I was still in the university and I was quite lost. I didn't know what I wanted. But then I read an article on Medium and it was a roadmap. And in this roadmap, I just did the first few things, and it was some basic exercises on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But then the next thing was freeCodeCamp. The roadmap back then was like only do the first few exercises from freeCodeCamp. But as soon as I registered, I really loved it. I really loved the community of freeCodeCamp, and like the general style was helping me a lot to learn. So I didn't only do the first few exercises as that roadmap said. I actually end up doing a lot, like a lot of them, and I took my I took 2 degrees from freeCodeCamp, and it was great. It was a great experience, and that's how I also started doing the challenge, like 100 days of code. And when I started doing that challenge, I also started being more active on Twitter, and that's how I connected with a lot of people. Like currently, I guess I have quite a few followers on Twitter, and I'm trying also to grow that. But when I connected with these people, I got even more motivated to continue learning and continue growing. I did a lot of from Udemy, I did a lot of tutorials there. Some of them were more helpful and some of them, like, okay, they weren't so helpful. But the thing is that from every tutorial, I tried to do a project or I tried to build something on my own. And then all those things, I was uploading them either on GitHub or I was using CodePen. And CodePen is a great tool for me because it's very easy to be used. And then you can share whatever you made, like on Twitter or whatever. So I was doing the 100 days of code challenge, and then I also starting to do another challenge. Like I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's called, I don't know if it's still active, but it's called like daily CSS images, where you basically, okay, here that is, where you basically build things using only CSS. And back
Oh, wow.
then I was like beginner, sorry?
No, I said, oh, wow. This is nice. This is really cool.
And this is only with CSS. So I was trying to improve on HTML and CSS. So that's how I built all those things. And then I started also doing these video tutorials, as you can see. And that's also how I started my YouTube channel. So I guess that through the challenges and through the projects that I was trying to build from the tutorials, I started gaining some more confidence. And when I was feeling like more confident, then I started applying for jobs. It wasn't easy, like I got rejected multiple times. But yeah, that was my short or longer roadmap. Oh, thank you for the like.
Oh, no doubt. I definitely see Twitter is your thing. You are like live on Twitter. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
79. You
I
don't play.
Yeah, and it all started when I started the 100 Days of Code Challenge. Before that, I only had like 40 followers, but like
I'm looking at your
eventually,
tweets.
yeah, I
You go
know
hard.
I tweet a lot.
It's a good thing. Twitter is fantastic. Twitter, I think for developers and a lot of people in general is just, if like you said, to connect with people, I think Twitter is a fantastic tool because there's people that I wouldn't have been able to get in contact with if it wasn't for, you know, Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's a platform that you can really connect with who you want to connect. For example, I'm interested about other developers. I can just search for developers and it's easy. Oh, thank you.
No, thank you. Your posts are serious, We need those. It's a good thing that you do that. Um,
Yeah. So now I'm working more with YouTube, and I'm trying to develop the channel that you're watching right now. Um, I'm mostly doing, like, I have two main categories that I like to do. One of them is the vlogs, so I have like weekly vlogs. But the other one, which is more interested, I guess, it's some how to and advices on how you can be like here a better problem solver, or like how to be a better software engineer, and like all this kind of stuff.
How long does it take you? Like, what made you actually want to start doing like videos? Like, I noticed like not a lot of people are willing to, step up to the plate. And look, you do this like almost every other day. It looks like you really don't. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's hard, and it's hard actually to find the time to do it, but I don't think that much of the time. I'm more thinking about the people that I can help. I know that a lot of times, like for me personally, and how it started was like I'm Googling for some answers, okay, and I see some results. Then why not taking these results and making into a nice video so I can help more and more people? And it's not only about that, but when I'm coding something, if I think it's going to be interesting for other people, then I'm going to record it and I'm going to upload it. Now, sometimes for some videos, it takes me more time because then I have to edit them and upload them and all this kind of stuff. But there are some other videos. For example, I started solving freeCodeCamp challenges, and I was like uploading them, like barely editing them. So that was something fast, and that was something that I saw that I helped a lot of people. So my motivations with these videos are to help people and motivate people. These are my main two goals, like help and motivate others, because I feel like a lot of people are just struggling or they don't know how to start. And I guess that if you can help someone, why not doing that?
That's true. That's true. I think that's one thing that not a lot of people actually go out there and do is a lot of people are selfish. There's not enough people that go out there and just would be willing to help somebody else.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing I would say about the developer community that I think is just so amazing. Like the developers that I've met, like that's what I've noticed. Like in the developer community, like everybody, not everybody, but there's so many people that are just so helpful and so courteous and so just they just help other people just out of the kindness of their hearts, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
Serious. Like for example, like I would go and like talk to certain developers that have like millions of followers. I can go and talk to Quincy Larson, and he's just so kind enough to, he emails you right back. I think is so amazing, and even you, like you have all these followers, do all this stuff, and even you're willing to go and make these videos for other people and show your projects and just help other people just of the kindness of your heart. You don't want anything back in return. You're not asking for money. You're not asking for anything. You just go out there and, I don't know if it's for fun. I don't know if it's just to help people, but you just go out there and do it because I don't know why, but you just do it. Why do you you said, you said it's to help other people.
Yeah, because it's like
Like,
helping and motivating others. And I know that it's hard when you're starting, when you're trying maybe to switch career or something. So you want someone to motivate you. And this motivation for everyone can be different. But I'm trying from my perspective to say my opinion on things and maybe share some advices that worked for me. So if something worked for me, then why not share it with the world?
I gotta watch these videos. I didn't see these. Like, oh my gosh. You have some really interesting content. You don't just put up like anything either. You put up like really valuable things. Wow, this is cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. Um, all right, so I don't think we've gotten to it though yet. Like where like all right, so you were on free code camp and you uh you were going And then you were doing you were doing this right here, which is so cool. I don't even think I could do this, to be honest with you. Like you are so far, like that is impressive. Wow, that's so cool. Just CSS. That's I
Yeah.
don't mean to sound like a fanboy, but that is so cool. Um, and then so this is like what's the name of this challenge? You said it's not around anymore, but what is it?
Yeah, it's daily CSS images, and you had to do that for 50 days.
Oh wow.
So like yeah, every day I was building like these things. I like robots and minions, so that was my main theme. But like every day you got in your email a theme of the project that you had to build. So that was like that was I was doing.
And how long would you spend on these projects?
Like the first times I was painting like an hour because I didn't do a lot of things. And they were similar than this that you're watching right now. It was maybe like a circle with three other circles inside that circle. So it was like very basic stuff. But then I started learning more things about CSS, and I started adding some animations and things, and maybe that took me more or maybe two, or I have some very complicated stuff and maybe they took me like 3 hours, but at least now I feel confident in building them.
This took you only 3 hours. You put your foot in it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Serious. You put the secret sauce in here. You did your thing. That's like hours too. Like some people, this would take like a week.
No, it's not like a week.
Some people would take a week. Some people wouldn't even be able to do it. But cool. You have like a video tutorial for it and all. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So you like, would you like? Did you record yourself doing this, or did you like make the I'm gonna click.
I did record myself while I was doing it, but then of course I edited because otherwise it would be like too long. It would be 2 or 3 hours. So I cut it some parts and then I like made it to go faster. And the funny thing here is that some people watched that video and like other videos about CSS animations, and they told me, "Oh, you're typing so fast," and I was like, "No, I'm not typing that fast." I'm just like making it to be like faster.
1,000 words per minute. Um, okay, so you were doing the 50 days of CSS, and first of all, that is so cool. I mean, I don't mean to sound like a fanboy, but that is so cool. I've never even heard of that. Like, we should totally get that started back up if it's not a thing anymore, because I definitely think that that would help people. And so when you were doing it, did you have like was there like a template for projects to build, or like a picture for you to build, or what like
No, it was just like a theme. They only said like in the email, you can build, for example, an Superman, and you can do the Superman however you like. So that's how I was doing it. Sometimes for inspiration, I was searching or I was browsing for images, but then I was just simply starting coding.
and at that point, did you have a job at that point?
If I remember correctly, I didn't have a job. So one of the reasons I was doing these challenges, like the 100 days of code and the one that we were talking about, is because I was trying actually to build a portfolio. Before that, I didn't have like any project. So every time I was searching for a job, somebody would say like, "Yeah, but do you have any projects so I can like evaluate your skills?" And I didn't have any project, and I took these challenges, and at the same time I was doing these tutorials, that from then I was taking projects and I was trying to build my own, and I was uploading them most of the times on GitHub, and maybe some of them on my website, which isn't the one that you're looking right now. Before that one I had like previous that I don't have it right now because it wasn't looking very pretty. So, I just deleted it. And now I have like this website, which is kind of simpler, I guess. I don't have a lot of projects, but I have like a few of them.
So you have a ton of projects on your CodePen and on everywhere else. So I think you're, and you got the job, so you're perfectly all right. Funky rock. So you travel the world? Like where have you like traveled to?
I want to travel more, but so far I've been like in Sweden, in Denmark, in Ireland. I was living for a few months in the Netherlands and specifically in Amsterdam. Then a few months back, I went again to the Netherlands, but in another city. And I'm planning on going to Germany and maybe, like, I'm not sure, so I don't want to say it, maybe in another country in Europe again. I've never been in the USA or like somewhere else, but I really love traveling.
What's the favorite place your favorite place to have traveled to so far?
So far, I think it's Amsterdam because like you can do things that you can not do like anywhere else in the world, I guess.
Like what?
Okay, I don't think that it would be nice for me to say them.
Okay. Let's see. She's a classic girl who loves chocolates and flowers. So guys,
Yeah, that's true.
chocolates and flowers if your birthday gift. Um, work. You have to take that off. You got your opportunity. You're there, girl.
Yeah, but I'm keeping that because like I'm always looking for opportunities and I always like to connect with others. So maybe it's a
Oh,
freelancing job or whatever. So that's
so
why I have it.
it's not over.
Yeah.
Not over yet. Okay.
And like to be honest, I'm still freelancing. I'm not sure if you know about that, but I'm working also with Pact Publishing, which publishes some courses on Udemy. And I'm working with w3Gs. It's a data visualization library. And I'm doing some courses. I have like 2 courses published, and I'm working on a third one, which is
Are
going
those
to be published pretty soon. Yeah.
what are the name of those courses? Where can I find those at?
You can find them on Udemy if you search for, I guess, w3Gs. Maybe you can find them.
E3.js?
Yes.
Wait, so you're one of the creators on that?
Yeah.
I've actually heard of that. I haven't looked into it, but I've heard of that. I just recently heard of it actually. That's wild.
Yeah.
So all right, so how did you end up getting your job? Like how did that come into play?
Um, that was actually pretty easy. I guess because I've done so many projects and I was like out there in the world to see me. A day I was just sitting on my room. I think I was recording a video and then I got a message on LinkedIn. I opened that I opened that message in LinkedIn, and it was from a guy that said, "Hey, I have a work for you. Do you wanna do it? Like, do you want to work for me? Do you want to make an interview?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" I wasn't working at that time, and just like that, I got the job. I'm very happy with my job currently. I feel that I'm learning a lot of things. So yeah, I think I'm going to continue there. Oh, it's like, I think it's this one, learning D3GS 5.0.
Oh, okay. Um,
Yeah,
Pact Publishing actually they have three of them on here actually. It's this one though.
yeah,
So you're in the intermediate.
yeah.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, if you guys are watching this, go ahead and buy that. And what will they learn to use JS 5.0 for visualizing models. Wow. So, what kind of programming do you do at the moment?
At the moment, in my job, we're working with AngularJS. And again, here, the funny part is that when I say I'm working with AngularJS, people say, no, you're not working with AngularJS. You're working with Angular. And I'm like, no, I know with what I'm working. It's AngularJS. So because, it's going to be duplicated. So a lot of people don't use it right now. But that's what my company product is built in. So I'm using AngularJS and then of course HTML, CSS and JavaScript. But before that, I was working in another company and we were building with D3.js. And that's how I know D3.js. And I like this library. And sometimes in my free time, I'm working with that as well.
Oh, wow. So what would you say like your favorite technology to work with is?
Currently is D3.js and AngularJS, but I guess that if you ask me like a few months later, maybe I will have changed my opinion.
Of course. How did you get into freelancing? Like for people that like I would like to know like how you got into that and like how uh like how did you get into freelancing and like how would like beginners or people like that like find freelancing clients?
Well, there are two ways. The first, at least for me, there are two ways. Maybe there are more. The first one is I went to places like Upwork or um, uh, Fever that got a lot of job from different people. But sometimes there, like you make your profile and all these kind of things. But the problem there is that there are a lot of people who are looking for the same job. So if you are a total newbie, maybe it's difficult for you to land a job as a freelancer. But the other thing is that because you are a beginner, it's okay to have your prices lower than other people. For example, if somebody wants like $10 to do a job and you're a developer, maybe say I will do it with $5. I know that this can sound quite weird, but as a newbie, want to have some, let's say, reputation. And if you do a good job, then you can ask for more money. So that's one way to get into the freelancing job, the freelancing work. The other way is, again, to publish a lot of your work and a lot of projects, and other people will find you. And that's how it worked for me. I was also freelancing, but like with the first way that I just explained, that didn't work very well for me. Like I wasn't getting a lot of jobs. But as soon as I started publishing my own work on GitHub and on YouTube, then I got more offers. For example, the Pact Publishing found me through YouTube, and also I was working with Skillshare, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with, but it's something similar to Pact Publishing. And they also find me through YouTube. And that's why I always tell people it doesn't matter if you build something small or something big. Just publish it to the world and you will help someone.
Yeah, definitely. Totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you like, let me ask you this. What do you think like the future of programming in your sector looks like at the moment? Like what do you like what new innovations and like new see like coming up in the works that's like really interesting to you?
Um, I think that some things will stay the same. For example, like JavaScript will always be JavaScript, and a lot of people hate JavaScript, and sometimes I also hate JavaScript, but it's JavaScript. There is no other language that does the same thing as JavaScript. There are parts like Angular, React, or Vue that does similar things, but they are all built upon JavaScript. So as for the future concerns, I think that we are going to have even more frameworks, which is not always the best idea because then new developers are coming and they are trying to learn every framework, which isn't the point of learning the new frameworks. The point here is to learn how to think as a programmer or as a coder. So I think that the future is like this, having a lot of frameworks and trying to find what works best for your project.
I'm just wondering, like, when like, do you uh when did you finish the 100 days of code? Like, how long? Like, what was that like? What was that experience like? Finally finishing that after 100 days? Because I know so many people started, and like, I just tweeted the other day about that. Like, so many people started, but like, I don't even know if like half of the people that started finish it.
I'm usually very dedicated, and when I start something, it's like a compulsive thing, but I want to finish it. I don't like having things like half-half. And as soon as I started it, it was actually like 100 days straight. I didn't took even one break. When I finished it, it felt really good. I won't lie, it was good,
I bet.
but I, but I still felt like I wanted to learn more. And that's why, although I finished it, I kept using, for example, the hashtag of 100 days of code and 301 days of code because I was still learning and I was still trying to build something new, maybe every day, maybe like in 2 days, but like this urge like will never go away from me.
Oh, so you're on Discord too?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you have to check me out. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, we would love to have you there. Like, if you ever get a chance one day, check it out. You can go to w3Develops.org, and I'll show you. And you can click on the
Okay.
community chat. And like, there's so many people there. Like, this is where my community basically is based out of, like, on Discord. And so if you click on the community tab, number one.
Okay. I will definitely check that.
Yeah. I'm wow, dude. This is very nice. Like, you have a lot of stuff that's like really interesting on here, dude. This is like, what's Code Garden?
Sorry?
I'm looking at your speakers where you spoke at a lot of places, and you've only been developing for 2 years.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It's amazing. It really is. It's motivational, to be honest with you. Like, that's so cool. That really is. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, you're just
Like
getting out there.
the one in Code
Yeah.
Garden, which is in Odense, Denmark. This is where I had my first public speaking event, and this is the place that I was talking about 100 days of code.
Are these talks on your YouTube channel?
It's only the one with the Code Garden, like only the one in Denmark.
So what do you do for fun? Like, how do you like when I know you probably like read articles and stuff like that. I was just reading that. Like, that's something you know, and
Yeah.
you do a lot of stuff for fun. Uh,
Yeah. Like sometimes I like to go out with my friends. I usually see them like on the weekends because I don't have like a lot of times. And then during the week, I like going to the gym and sometimes to the movies. But that basically, it's like all. I don't have time for anything else. I wish I had, but I haven't.
do you have any hobbies?
I used to do the ballet. I used to dance in ballet until 1 year ago. Other hobbies, watching YouTube. I don't know if this is considered to be a hobby, but that's
That's
how I
learning.
spend my hours.
So you're like a
Yeah.
learning fanatic. That's why you're still where you're at, because you just keep going.
Yeah, I guess.
You were doing ballet. I saw on your Instagram that you were doing ballet. I was like, oh my gosh, how does she get her leg up there like that? Imagine. It looks so painful. Featured. I've been lucky enough to have some work, some work on a bunch. Oh, they put your work on these websites, dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
What's your, so do you have like any projects in the wraps? Anything that you're coming up with or?
Like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you very well.
Oh no, I was saying like, do you have any like projects that maybe besides like the Udemy courses or like anything that you're working on in the, it's like coming in the wraps that maybe that you could.
Um, like right now, I'm working on another course with Udemy, sorry, with publishing, which is going to be published on Udemy. And again, it's about D3GS. So most of my time, like I try to work on those videos and then edit them and like this kind of stuff. But after that, I think I will stop working with publishing because we just had to develop these two courses. And then I'm going to focus more on my channel, on my YouTube channel. And I have a lot of my ideas on my mind on the things that I can work with and I can build and the things that I want to show to other people. So I think that that is my future plan.
How far did you get in free code camp? Like I noticed you have free code camp stuff on here. How helpful was free code camp on your journey too? Like
For me, it was very helpful. Like, definitely, I recommend freeCodeCamp to everyone. Like, it really, really helped me because at first you begin with some small exercises, and if you stuck somewhere, you have the online help and the online community that they can help you very quickly. And after that is done, you're doing some projects, and these projects are actually great because you can have them on your portfolio, you can upload them on GitHub, and then you can go to a job and say, hey, I did this and this and this. So for me, like, it's a big, big yes. And everyone that's starting or even is like in the midway of finding a job, they should totally check freeCodeCamp.
wow, you have like a lot of projects on here. This is really neat. This is, oh my gosh. Data of drinkable water in Greek. Are you serious? You like literally that is like wild. That's something, that's a big project right there.
Yeah, it is one of my biggest projects.
Yeah, that's so data, like you work with data visualization, yeah?
Yeah.
Um and compared to like when you start like the basics of JavaScript and on Free Code Camp, like once you move on to like data visualization and stuff like that, what is the transition like?
Sorry, what?
What is that transition like from just like going from like regular JavaScript to like actually analyzing all that data and stuff?
That was a bit difficult because there is a gap, or at least I felt there was a gap, and I think that more developers like are feeling this way because you're watching a tutorial and everything seems kind of simple, like you do this, this, and this, and then bam, it's built. But when you're trying to build something on your own and you are in a bit of a higher level, then it's kind of difficult. Like the connections that you have to do, the searches, the browsing thing that you have to do, it's a bit more tricky. And I have to admit that my first 6 months was very difficult, and I felt a lot of times like I wanted to quit, but I didn't, of course, and I kept going. I feel that if you have a clear or like if you're focusing on the correct things, then you can find the solution. If you're having some mentors, then this is even better. I know that in all cases you won't be able to find a mentor, but like if you do, just try to keep him with you because he can be very helpful. And so this is like another tip. If you have like a mentor, or if you can find a mentor, try to work with him or her as much as possible.
I totally agree with that. Like having a mentor is such a help. Like, did you have a mentor?
When I first started, I didn't have, and that was the problem, and that's when I wanted to quit. But when I found my second job, which is where I am right now, I had like one or two mentors, and they were very helpful, and I felt like I was learning a lot of things that I didn't learn before. So that was a great point.
Yeah, these are like really valuable right here. I don't
Mm.
think enough people actually realize like these 12 things I've learned in 12 months. This is like a really good list.
Yeah. Like, for example, the first one, like, always use the console or developer tools. When I was working on my own as a freelancer, I wasn't using the console because nobody taught me how to use it, or I
Right.
was seeing like tutorials, and people in tutorials had everything built, so they didn't have to debug anything. But when you're developing something on your own, you will have some things that won't run as you expect them to run. So the most important thing, obviously, is to use the console or the developer tools. But back then, I didn't knew that.
I see this right here. Simple tips to build a personal brand. Do you have, well, obviously you are your own personal brand, which is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like stuck where like I have like a brand, but it's like not me. But like I think it's so cool when you have your own brand and it's you. Like you can't sell that. It's just like you can, but like you can't because like even if like you just can't. You can't sell
Yeah,
yourself.
for you it's a bit different because for you it's like you have two brands, one for you and one for the community.
Right. And like I can sell my community, but like you can't sell your community because like they're going wherever you go. So I think that's like really cool. Like I guess you could because like that's so let's simple tips to build a personal brand. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna
I think that you should see the YouTube video because I don't think that I've wrote a lot of things there. It's
okay.
more like a video.
It says I am writing this piece for 12 months. You wrote this one right here for 12 months?
Uh, um, what are you looking right now? Because I'm not sure. Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, yeah, that's actually something that I was writing for 12 months, but it's something like my New Year resolutions, and that's why I said that I was writing this piece for 12 months. If you actually like, again, I don't know if I have wrote something, or again, it's just a video. I can't remember right now. Okay, yeah, I have wrote all these things. It's my 2018. So for every month, I was keeping some notes on the things that I was most proud of, and then I published it, and I also make a video. But I was working a lot with this video, and like I'm quite proud of 2018 because I did quite a few things.
What do you think some of your biggest things that you did in 2018? You look so happy. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Last year must have been like great for you because you look stoked.
Yeah, that was a trip to Athens, so I was quite happy.
Like what would you say like your biggest accomplishment of like 2018 was?
I think it was that I traveled a lot, and I think it was that I got my first public event, and it was like quite easy. Like the invitation there was quite easy, and I guess that other people are trying really hard to get an invitation to a big event, but for me, like because I had published just one article on Medium, it was easy. So my biggest accomplishment, I guess, was going to Denmark and having this talk. And the second one was when Quincy Larson invited me to Ireland for the top contributors party. That was my biggest achievements, I guess.
Oh, you went to where was that at?
In Ireland, in Dublin.
Oh my gosh, so you went there. I saw
Yeah.
I, I didn't know where it was at, but I saw the video. There was like so many people there. I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
How was that? What was that like? Oh my gosh.
It was awesome because I met like the Quincy Larson, the one and only. So it was great.
You know he's in China right now. I was talking to him on GitHub, and and he was like, "Yo, dude, I'm in China right now. I can't do anything right now. But when I get back, I got you." I was like, "Bro, you know, it's like I talk to people and stuff, and like I thought he was like in like Ohio or like California, you know, in like America somewhere. Like he's like, "No, dude, I'm in China." I was like, "Oh, you're on the other side of the world." Totally
Yeah,
caught me off guard. Totally caught
that
me off guard.
it was a great experience, and like I met a lot of other developers there, and we all had the same passion of learning and keep sharing the things that we know, and that's how we are contributors, because we are sharing, and it was great.
So, so like how has becoming a developer changed your life?
Oh, I guess it changed a lot. I don't know if I wasn't a developer, I really don't know what else I could be. That that was everything for me. Like from when I was 17, I knew that I wanted to be a developer. Before 17, I knew I wanted to be an engineer because I like building things and I like trying to like finding solutions on things. So that's how I first started with an engineering university, but from there like I continued in being a coder or a programmer. I think that it changed it a lot. For example, my passion, like except of coding, is traveling, and I traveled so much like this year, and I'm planning on 2019 also traveling quite a bit. So I guess that everything is in place right now. I'm a developer. I can travel. Like I do the things that I like to do, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you look so happy in this picture. Like all your pictures, you look so happy, but like I can tell you're really enjoying yourself.
Thank you.
I meant to say something. Oh yeah. So you went to college. You went to college?
Yeah, like here and usually in Europe, we call it university and not college. It's like,
Yeah. I keep getting that. I keep on getting that. Like I get that every time.
yeah, yeah.
I think somebody told me that the other day. So what did you go to college for?
It's informatics and telecommunications of engineering. We had a lot of courses about networks and like telecommunications. And then we had like a lot of courses again about programming. But these courses were more focused on being a backend developer and not so much on the front end. But yeah, that was it.
So you got an email saying you were a top contributor for FreeCodeCamp. What does that mean? Like were you contributing to like the FreeCodeCamp repository, or what did you get that
I was I
for?
was contributing with videos, and I didn't knew that, but some of my videos, it was about Angular JS and like how I build some projects. And at first, I just uploaded them like these videos on my channel, and out of the blue, the editor of YouTube channel in freeCodeCamp like emailed me and told me, "Hey, you got these videos. Do you want to be uploaded on our channel?" And I said, of course, yeah. And so they uploaded like I think 3 or 4 of my videos. It was solving some projects, and that's how I became a contributor.
Wow. Yeah, see, the community is paying you back already. We out here just it's just so much appreciation for the people that give back to the community because
Mm,
take what you know and just go. But for the people that actually take the time and give back, it's, you know, the fruits of your labors are they're appreciated much.
yeah.
You're like really pretty. Like, do you have a problem with like guys like coming up to you? Try,
Uh, well, now I don't think that I have like that problem, but when I was in the university, because most of the people that are in an engineering university are guys, so yeah, that sometimes was kind of weird, but now it's fine.
what's it like being like a woman in tech?
It can be hard because people still have some cliches that they think that if you are a woman, you are only pretty and you don't have to be smart. But that's something that I'm trying not to think of because women aren't like that. Yes, maybe they are pretty, but that doesn't mean that they cannot think. A lot of women are great mathematicians, physicians, and of course, developers and coders. I'm trying not to think about being a woman in tech, but I'm trying to think more that we are all developers, despite being men or a woman.
Oh, so you even went to Wired. You did an interview at Wired.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, really? That's wild. Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
like you just go everywhere. You don't stop. You're like on it. Oh my gosh. How do you stay? How do you manage your time so that you can do all these things? Like, what's your time
Uh,
management like?
Well, I try to be very focused on the things that I have to do because if I'm not focused on something, then I know it will take me more hour, and if it will take me more hour, then I won't have the time to do something else. And I always try to have like a to-do list, and usually these to-do lists are quite full. But despite having like a full to-do list, I'm actually trying to do all the things that I'm writing, because if I don't do something, I know that the other day will have to do it, and I just cannot have a pile of things, like I have to do them. Yeah, I like to wake up a little bit.
Hello. Uh. Oh shoot, dude. Oh no. Come on, bro.
Sorry, I didn't hear you very well.
Oh my internet went in and out for a sec. I heard that you wait you the last thing I heard was you wake up and
Yeah, I would say that I'm trying to wake up a little bit earlier than I'm supposed to, and I do that because I want to read. And then when I'm coming back from work, I also try to read a little bit more, and then going to the gym or trying to build some projects and like make YouTube videos and things like that.
so I see that you have like a thesis. This is like I saw something about a thesis and that was like a highlight of your uh year. Like I love this right here. Like I can like literally go down this and like I can just talk to you about it. This is so cool that you've written all this out. Like see why you're a
Yeah.
developer. Like you are a writer. You have any
Thank
plans for
you.
like a book or anything? You're welcome.
No, 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 I don't.
I don't know. I think you would probably like after all the things that you write, you would probably you have a book right now. You have 4,200 tweets. You have I just conglomerate it and send it to you, but seriously, so stay focused and you can do it. What's this last one say?
Yeah.
So what are your New Year's resolutions for this year?
Um. For me, it's to keep myself like focused on the things that I want to do, but this time I have it. This phrase have like a different meaning than it was on 2018. For example, I did some freelancing jobs and I wasn't happy with them not with the results. Maybe the result was okay, but they weren't fulfilling for me. For example, I didn't felt that I was doing something that I wanted. So my 2019 resolutions are more focused on doing the things I like to do and not doing the things that other people want me to do. This is maybe my biggest resolution. And like other than that, of course, like I have some goals to grow my YouTube channel and to keep pushing myself and maybe to go to some other conferences. But yeah, pretty much that's it.
Okay. So can let me ask you, what are some tips that you would give to like new developers, like people that are just starting out, and even like yeah, like people that are like just starting out, and like even just to like the women, but like what, like let me ask you this first for the, like the newbies, the new people that are coming in and that like are totally lost, but they know they want to do something with like code and programming and then tech, but they don't know where to go, what to do, how to start, and like there's so many resources that they can use and go to. Like what would you say to them, like to the old you that's like, you know, that just started learning?
Yeah, I would say not to quit easily, not to quit easily. And then as a newbie, I was watching a lot of tutorials. But when you're watching tutorials, don't just watch them and don't just copy and paste the things. Try to build something on your own, and that's something that I learned later. At first I was watching so many tutorials, but I wasn't actually learning anything. So I would advise all the newbies that yes, it's great that they're trying and they're watching things, but it's other thing to watch a coder to code, and it's another thing to build your own stuff. I would say build your own stuff and don't be afraid to publish them.
uh that's the truth, like building you that's the truth. I tell people that too, just build and build and build. um
Yeah.
for all right, so for the woman in my group and everything like that, that like how, because as you were mentioning earlier, you know, there are stereotypes in the world, obviously, you know, it's sad to say, but there are stereotypes out there, just like anything, you know, of women being pretty and not being smart. So like how would you, and like how would you like, what would you tell those young girls, those young women that are coming on you know, into a job, or that are looking for a job, and just so that they don't go into like an inappropriate environment where, you know, it's just not suitable for growth for them? Like how would you, what you know, do you have any like tips or anything for like them on that?
I would say that they shouldn't be intimidating. Like they shouldn't be intimidating from the other guys in their teams, or maybe like the senior developers that maybe they are guys and maybe they're afraid to speak their minds. But it's not like that, and they totally shouldn't be afraid of that community. Because they are men, it doesn't mean that they are smarter or anything like them. We are equals, and I totally believe that whatever a man can do, a woman can do, and the opposite thing. So it doesn't matter what your sex is. The thing is how much you want something. And another thing that combines the question that you asked me before and the one about women are that if you have a passion about something, try to show that passion and people will see it. For example, you saw that I'm happy in the pictures, and this is something that it's visible and it's something that you can easily see in a person. And again, if you are excited about something, the other person will see it. It doesn't matter if you are a girl or a boy, the others will see it. So just don't lose your focus and keep trying to be the best that you can be. Either a woman or a boy, you will do it, and I'm sure about that.
Yeah, that's the truth right there. I tell you what, that's the truth. And so do you have any have like any plans for maybe like the rest of the month that like you're checking off?
Like I'm also doing a master's. I'm not sure
You're
if you
still
know
doing
about
that?
that.
Oh my gosh, you go, girl.
I'm also doing a master's, and it's in graphical arts and multimedia. I'm doing it online and part time, but I have a project to do. Like the deadline is, I think, in 2 weeks, and I think that I will be working with that project.
Um, I just can't believe that you do all this and you're still going through a master's. That is incredible. That really,
Yeah.
I don't know how to find, like, you must be like super good at time management to be, and you must be like super smart, like to be able to like sit, you have a master's.
No, no, no. I'm not super smart or anything. I believe I'm good with time management, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably the misconception, like that a lot of people have. They like, you must get that a lot. Like, oh my gosh, you're super smart, and like, no, I work hard and I'm good with time management.
Yeah, that's actually true.
So what are you gonna do when you finish college
I
or
don't
university?
really know.
I hear that a lot. I think you're gonna be set. Um, I really do. I think you're going so far, and like, I just can't wait to see what where your journey takes you. Like, it's exciting because I remember seeing you. I think you had like 300 followers on Twitter. I remember.
Yeah,
What was it, like 2 years ago?
yeah, something
Yeah,
like that, I guess.
I don't know. I just, for some reason, I remember your face, and like, you've had the same picture forever, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And I just remember your face, and I remember, and then I just started seeing you everywhere. Um, yeah, like, so, do you like? Are you like? Let me ask you this: do you ever plan on like mentoring anybody or like uh like anything like that?
There are some people that ask me to have them, like to have me as a mentor, but I think that one of two or of them, I said at the beginning okay, and we were talking via emails, like mostly emails, but then I guess that they quit it or something, and because I'm
Yeah,
quite busy, I've never tried to catch up back with them.
yeah.
Maybe that was a mistake by me, but if you see
Oh,
that the other person really like doesn't want to do something, then as a
yeah.
mentor, I don't think that you can do something.
You know what? From what I'm going through right now, we're last month, we took in about 50 people. So I sent the shout outs, and in my learning group, the W3Develops learning group, we took in about 50 people, okay? Maybe about 60, 68 to 50. And I'd say the amount of people that made it to them, what I told people is, I told them straight up, listen, this is not my thing. This is not my group. This is your group, okay? And um like, if I don't show up tomorrow, it's your job to continue on with each other to go through this curriculum. Like, if I end up in the hospital, or God forbid anything happens to me, it is your job to continue going through the freeCodeCamp curriculum with your brothers and sisters in code. And the funny thing is, out of those 50, like, my computer crashed. Okay, on day one, like, because my computer crashed for about 10 days.
Oh God.
Yeah, 10 days into the 30-day group, it crashed. So
Oh.
I come back on day 10, and there's about 10 people left. The people that made it to the end is about 5 or 6 people. And it showed me, like, all right, there was no excuse, because I told them from day one, and I'm so happy that I did that, because the people that picked up, tied their bootstraps and tightened up everything and just got to work, they're the ones that made it to the end. And it was just beautiful that, I felt so lucky to be around the people that made it to them, because I told people I'm only going to teach about 5 to 10 people. And so when I took on the extra 40 people, you know, it was kind of hectic. So once I saw that there's really people out here that, like, that for no reason they'll drop out, like, just because the thing
Yeah,
is, you know, it's really, and that's why I'm happy that I took so many people, because I feel like if I didn't take that amount of people, I wouldn't have seen the real learners, you know? So I say
Yeah.
out of 10 people, like 1 out of 10 people will probably continue and not give up. The other, the other, the other nine, they're gonna, you know, they, it's not that they don't have it in them. It's just they have to motivate themselves to just get up every day and code and do it. You know, if they're gonna do it as a group, they're gonna do it as a group.
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was saying, and it's up to them to really like you can't put that in them to want to code. It has to, you know, to want to learn,
Yeah.
to want to strive and push forward. You know, it's kind of like school. You can't tell somebody, hey, go to school. No, it's
Yeah.
to put on their socks, shoes, and that and whatever, and just get up and get it done. You know. So I think what you said is totally true. Like, you know, like I mean I understand where you're coming from with that. Where, you know, where I didn't hit any of them back up. Once they left, they were gone. You know, and there's some people that are coming back this month because they realized, oh hey, everybody that made it to the end ended up getting that front end certificate, and they all know CSS. They all are in, and they're, you know, they're able to get jobs. I have a guy that he's he's like he's literally on the front page of Coding Phase's website as the first testimonial, and then
Mm.
he's like he's just going so all of them they're just going so hard, and like I can't put that in them. It's in them to do that, you know, and it's
Yeah,
not some.
yeah,
I don't think it's something that you can put into somebody else. It's something that's you can motivate them, but there's only so far that motivation will go, and
exactly.
you know, um, let me ask you this: I know I've had you on for about an hour or so, but is there like a thing that you would like to tell anybody that like you know, that would just like you feel like resonate, or you know, just a message that you
It would be like be determined and believe in your powers and in yourself, because a lot of people will tell you, or they will imply that that you are not good enough, and maybe that's why you're not getting a job or something. But that's not it. Like the next time, try a little bit harder and a little bit and a little bit more, and you will get the job and you will do it and you will be proud of yourself. So just don't quit and always keep pushing.
thank you so much for coming on, and everybody, I want you all to go, and if you're learning JavaScript, like I urge you to go and check out her course. And she's working on more courses, and I hope that you come up with even more, so that you can just, you know, I think it's going to benefit so many people to be able to learn from somebody with your skill and charisma that enjoys helping and teaching other people. So thank you so much for coming out here and just sharing this valuable, priceless knowledge with us.
um, Thank you for having me. It was great, like meeting you even online, but it was great.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop sharing this now live, and then I'm
Okay.
a little bit more after the live stream is over.
Okay.
All right, so I'm ending the stream, and I'm gonna stop recording too.
Okay.